What's up, Xtreme peeps? Welcome back to another video from Jesdon 2.0 Xtreme. And today, I'm going to be doing something new called a drum tutorial. And yes, my hair is super wet because I just got showered. So, today I'm gonna do a drum tutorial of the basics. What should you do first when you want to play drums? I mean like the basics, the basics. But first, before I teach you, I need to teach you the name of the drums. If you don't know the name of the drums, okay. Let's start off with this one. This symbol is called the hi-hat. Hi-hat, okay? This one up here is called the crash symbol. This one down here, this one here, is called the snare drum. And my older covers, you see that on my snare drum there's something black. That black thing is like a cloth. It's like a, what's it called? How do I say it? It's like a, how do I say it? It's like just a cloth, okay? It's like, it's something, I don't know how to say it, sorry guys. Okay, I'm just saying it's like, a cloth. I put it on my snares because my snare is really bad. Really bad. But I didn't want it to play with the cloth on, so I asked Pops to tune the snare nicely. Last time it sounded bad, but now I don't even need to play with the cloth on anymore. Now it sounds good. Hear that? It sounds good. I can't really describe how it sounds like last time when it's not tuned yet, because I forgot the sound. And you can search on YouTube, it's really hard to find. But whatever. So I added a few stuff on the drum set. Here. I'll hold it for you. See? Right here. Do you see that? This is a cowbell. I'll hit it for you guys. I already did actually last time. I already told you guys that this is the cowbell and this is the tambourine that I added. Yeah. So I added those two things to make more sound. And I'm gonna show you a few more. I've still right here. See, this drum is called the mounted tom, but people call it the rack tom. People call it whatever tom, but I call it the mounted tom. Okay, the mounted tom. Pops calls it Pops calls it the mounted tom, so I call it the mounted tom. Okay, because he's my teacher. He taught me all the skills. Okay, and this one is called a floor tom. Wait. Oh, wait. Yes, I'll flip the camera around. Okay, guys, so this is called the floor tom. Now, if you didn't really see correctly, if you really didn't see, that, like, if it's not really that good of an angle just now, I'll show you guys again. So this is the hi-hat. This is the open hi-hat. This is supposed to be really noisy when it's open. See? That's the pedal right there. If you step on it, then it will close. See? And this is the crash symbol, as you can see here. Crash symbol. This is the mounted tom. This is the snare drum. This is the cowbell. This is the tambourine. This is the kick, aka the bass drum. And these are extra drumsticks that we bought. And this is a floor tom. And this is a China symbol, effect China symbol. Now this is ouch. Sorry guys. Now this video is not sponsored. Okay? So as you can see of my drum covers, other drum covers, it's supposed to be like a golden symbol right here. That golden symbol is supposed to be really big, and that golden symbol is called a right symbol. Like the R-I-D-E, right? It's called the right symbol. But now you see it's like a China symbol because I already changed it. I changed it to the China symbol. But I still have the right symbol in the back, in the symbol back. But I already changed it to a China symbol. But I'm not gonna change it today, okay? I'm not gonna change it back. So I'm gonna be using the China symbol. Now, today I'm gonna be teaching you the basics of being a drummer. Okay, I'm gonna flip the camera around again. Okay, so today I'm gonna be teaching you the first thing you should learn if you want to become a drummer. Now, the first thing you should learn is obviously the name of the drums, and I already told you the name of the drums. open, close. Okay. So the first thing you should learn is that while playing drums, you always now not really the first thing. The second thing you should know is being a drummer is about to being the drummer is like the leader. You're supposed to follow the timing of the song. Like let's say, the tempo of the song. The tempo means like the timing of the song. Let's say, um, okay. Let's say something just like this. That's the song that I covered. My last cover. My last drum cover. Watch that video, okay? So, like the tempo of the song, let's say, I want something just like this. Do 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 do. I want something just like this. That's the tempo. That means the speed of the song. Like the beat. That means the beat. So being a drummer, you're supposed to follow the tempo and play. And also remember, every time when you do fills means like when you like hit on the drums like that, like those are called fills. When you do fills, don't use your whole hand. You'll be slow. Use only the wrist. That's why I habit the most. I always use my hands because being a drummer, it's really hard to get like you just using the wrist. You obviously just want to smash the drum so hard because that's usually what people do. But other people think when you play drums you can only do fills, you know, all those. I only do all those stuff, but no, you can do way more. There's like over 1,000 beats, I think. Okay. So I already taught you that being a drummer is supposed to follow the speed of the song and play. So the first beat I'm going to teach you is called the quarter note. And if you don't know what I mean by quarter, I'm going to say in the English slang, quarter. I don't like saying quarter. I say it best in a British accent, quarter. I know how to speak I know how to speak in a British accent. Okay? Don't judge me. Now I'm gonna call it quarter. I hope you guys can understand me. If you don't understand me, I'm gonna put the word right here, right down there. Yeah, down there. Okay. So the first thing you need to learn is a quarter note. It's really easy. Now you can play both ways. I'll teach you how to play both ways. If you're more comfortable, you can play open-handed like that. Your left hand on the hi-hat and your right hand on the snare. You can play open-handed like that. But usually I would play cross-handed like that because I'm right-handed. But if you are left-handed, your hi-hat should be right here on the floor. So I'm not going to talk much on that because let's get on to the lesson. So you can just play like that. I play like that, so just do what I do. Okay, so the quarter note is really easy. The first part of it is the kick and the hi-hat follow each other in the same time. Hit both of them in the same time like this. Wait, I bring the drums closer. Like that. Now you can hear that I use my right leg to hit the kick while I'm hitting the hi-hat in the same time. See? So that's what you're supposed to do in the first part. The kick and the hi-hat you hit it in the same times. You hit it in the same time. And the second part of the quarter note is the snare and the hi-hat. But there's no kick. So it's like that. Now you guys see the first part. The hi-hat and the kick is in the same time. I hit it in the same time. But there's no snare on the first part. On the second part, you hit the hi-hat and the snare in the same time. But there's no kick. If you add a kick in the second part, that's a dance beat. That's a dance beat. Okay, so the quarter note, I'll repeat it again. The first part, hit the hi-hat and the kick in the same time. And then the second part, the snare and the hi-hat in the same time. Now if you don't have the drum set, you wanna like start learning drums, but even though you don't have drum set, you can do it with your legs too, like that, like that, like that. You can just do it with your legs like that. Okay, so you can also do it with your legs, but if you have a drum set, then you do it like this: hi-hat, kick, hit it in the same time. Second part, snare and hi-hat, hit it in the same time. So that's a quarter note. Quarter note. I hope you guys can understand how to play that. I hope if you guys have any problems while trying to play drums, if you guys don't really understand what I'm saying, you guys can, like, not really what I'm saying. I don't know how to say it. Like, you guys don't understand like what is how like to play it or something. I don't know how to say it, but if you guys have any problems, put it comment it in the comments below. Now the second beat I'm going to teach you is also a really basic rock beat. Is a rock beat, by the way. Okay. Okay. This is called the 8th note. The first one we learn is the quarter note. It's like this. Now that's the quarter note. The 8th note is pretty much the same thing, but except you're adding more hi-hat. The quarter note is like this. The 8th note is like this. Now the quarter note is just 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't know if I'm counting correctly. There's always a way to count the drums. Like the 16th note is 1 E and A. But the quarter note, I just counted like 1, 2. Like, okay, I'll count it for you. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's the quarter note. The 8th note, you have to add N. N is just a hi-hat. So it's like the quarter note. That's the quarter note. And in the 8th note, you're adding one more hi-hat between, not really between, I think between, but whatever. I'll just count it for you guys. Now this is quarter note. 1, 2, 8 notes like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now you see, when on the N is always only the hi-hat. I'm not doing anything, see? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, sorry, I lost count. But that's the 8th note. So in the 8th note, what the first thing you do is like the quarter note. Oh, okay. The hi-hat and the kick hit it at the same time. And after that, add one more hi-hat and it's like N. Nothing. It's just a hi-hat. Kick and the hi-hat at the same time. And just a hi-hat. Snare and the hi-hat. Snare and the hi-hat at the same time. And hi-hat only again. That's the 8th note. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Now that's the 8th note. I hope you guys can understand it. Now the third thing I'm going to teach you guys is fills. The basic fill is like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now remember, people who are not familiar with drums think that when you hit the cymbal, you're only hitting the cymbal like that. But the real way to hit the cymbal is a combination way. The kick and the cymbal is, you're supposed to hit it together. It's like the hi-hat and the kick like that. But except the crash and the kick is like that. You're supposed to do that. If you want to hit the crash, hit it with the kick in the same time too. That's the normal way, proper way. So that feels really easy. If you're right-handed, start with your right hand, then left, right, left. By the way, I'm hitting the floor some. Right, left, right, left. Now, if you don't have a second thumb here, as you know, I put the cowbell and the tambourine here. But if you don't have a second thumb, then do what I just did. right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Now, if you have a second thumb, you can use the second thumb as the end. But since I don't have a second thumb right here, second mounted thumb right there, I repeat using the same drums you can see. First the snare, mounted thumb, floor thumb. Then the end, you can either choose from either of these drums. But you can only, actually no, whatever, what I just said. Okay, you can use either of these drums. You can either use the mounted thumb, snare, or the floor thumb as the end. That means two more hits. Like, that's the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Crash. The end of the fill, you can choose any drum you want. Is your decision. But remember to always kick. Remember to always hit the bass, hit the kick, and the crash in the same time like that. Okay? Now that's the basic fill, the most basicest one of all, the most basicest. Now some of you might not know this, but in my Break It To Me by Muse cover, I did something with the snare to make it sound different, and this is what I did. I don't know. Oh, that's a 16 fill. I think 16 note fill. Now, some of you might not know this, but you can see this little thing right here. It's a lever. You can push it down. When you push it down, it makes this sound. When you push it up again, it makes this sound. Now that's a secret lever right there. Okay, so I already taught you the basic fill. Now I'm gonna teach you something kind of like the A note and the quarter note. It's called the dance beat. Like I said earlier, the quarter note is like this. The dance beat, when you hit the snare, add another kick into it. Sounds like this. If you want to do the dance beat, at first you do like the quarter note, hi-hat and the kick at the same time. Then after that, when you do the snare part, add another kick. That's the dance beat in quarter note. The 8 note is like the same 8 note like that. That's the A note. But if you want to do dance beat 8 note, then it's like this. Like always, the snare, when it comes to the snare part, add another kick into it to make it a dance beat. Now, I just add the film behind it, okay? So that was the dance beat. I hope you guys can understand it. Now, I'll have to see. Okay. Okay. So if you want to tap the hi-hat like that, you can just use your left foot on, you put it on the pedal, you can just do it that, okay? See my left leg? It's like going up and down. That means it's like controlling the hi-hat using the, what's it called? The pedal. Yeah, the pedal. The pedal. Okay. So, there's probably nothing else I can teach right now. But I'm trying to think of stuff, okay? Okay, I'll see you guys later. Okay, guys. I figured out what to teach you. It's an 8 note pattern. But it's different. The real 8 note is like this. That's the 8 note. Now this 8 note pattern is different. Okay? So at first you do the 8 note, the normal 8 note. After the end in the end, 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 okay, again. After that hi-hat alone, that means end. After the end, you must do something different. Now, obviously, you repeat the same thing. But instead of repeating the same thing, you add 2 more kicks. You add 2 more kicks. That means like that. So it's like do do ta do dum dum ta dum dum ta dum dum ta. So like that. And the second part of that beat, you do 2 kicks, and that's the first kick. That's the second kick you're gonna do at the second part. That second kick is the end, but except you're just adding a kick to it. So it's like that. So it's just like that. It's really easy. I got it on the first try. The second one's gonna be a little bit harder. Now, it sounds like this. Now I use this beat in my Something Just Like This cover and my Yellow by Coldplay cover. It's pretty hard. It's more harder than the double pedal one. Not double pedal, the double kick one. I mean, that the other beat is more harder than this beat. So it's like this. It's pretty easy, but not not that easy. But it's also pretty hard, but not that hard. It's just like that, doing a basic 8 note. Now after that snare, there's supposed to be an end, but in the end you add a kick. That means like that. So it's like that. So after this is just a normal hi-hat, just the hi-hat alone, like that. See? And after that you add another kick after that hi-hat alone. Hi-hat alone. See? Easy, right? Pretty hard, but also not that hard. Pretty easy, but also not that easy. So watch my leg. Watch my hand and my leg, my right leg. Don't need to focus on the snare, but also focus on the snare too. Now, being a drummer is supposed to break your brains apart. That's pops it. That's what pops it. That not really break your brains apart. Okay, I mean like you're supposed to follow the tempo of the song. That's one part of your brain. Then remembering the beat of the song, second part of the brain. Then doing everything, doing like stuff like playing the beat and while the song is going. And then also sometimes the drummer is the backing vocals, the back vocals. That's number 4. And if you want to sing while playing, that's 5. So I'm gonna repeat that 8 note beat again. Okay, it's like that. Watch my leg and my hi-hat. Don't need to add a kick behind it, I just add it, okay? So it's just like that. It's basic. The beats that I just taught you is all basic stuff. So those beats you can use. Now those are all basic beats. Starters beat. Now there's this beat called, how many times did I say beat? Okay, there's this drum beat called the 16 note. Now I'm not gonna teach you in this video, but I'm just gonna show you what does it look like and sound like. I'm not really good at it, okay? It looks like this and sounds like this. Okay, maybe I will teach you in this video since I already showed you. Okay, I'm gonna teach the 16 note in this video. Now that's not a basic beat. That's actually pretty advanced. So as I said earlier, the 16 note is count 1 E and A. So it's like this. Do it with your fingers on the table first. So like that. Wait, okay, I'll do it here. So first learn it like this. 1 E N A. Okay, I don't know how to say it, but just try to do it with your fingers. I'm gonna show you and then you do it with your fingers, but that's whatever. Okay, so first you put a kick. After that kick, Okay, both hands on the hi-hat. Not like the eighth note and the quarter note. You have to both hands on the hi-hat. And the first beat is kick and the hi-hat. After the kick and the hi-hat, you add another hi-hat, then another hi-hat, then another hi-hat. So it's 1 E and A. And after 1 E and A, the second part is the first part is like this. 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A. So slowly it's like this. 1 E and A. 1 E and A, 2 E and A. After one snare, then you continue doing this. Now that's not that hard actually, but for starters it's hard. I took a few weeks learning this. So I will repeat again. 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A. When after that one snare, you come back to the hi-hat and do 1 and 2 E and A. So it's like this. The full thing's like this. I'll show you guys again. 1 E and A, 2 E and A. So that's probably gonna be that's all for the video. That's probably gonna be all for the video. Now that I hope you guys can learn from this video. If you guys don't understand stuff, comment down below, okay? And remember to subscribe, leave likes, ring the notification bell. I'll see you guys at Xtreme peeps. Stay extreme.